Hronek, you wanted to see an improved performance from your group tonight after the game against Seattle. What did you think of the way your team played?
Yeah, I thought there was some really good parts of the game, and we had some chances. I just didn't want us to get frustrated. The Sharks worked hard. It was it's a hard-working game. It's not. I thought we went into the game like knowing it was going to be a tough game, and it was.
How important was the goal right at the end of the second period on the penalty kill in terms of shifting any momentum they might have gained from going to the power play and extending your lead going to the third?
Yeah, I mean, they get the 5-minute power play and stuff. That was a hell of a, get that 2-goal cushion. It's a shorthanded goal. It got some juice. I saw after that we had a bunch of ozone time where guys were getting some chances. You just got to be careful because then people, when you're getting chances, you start diving in, and they were sending guys out. They almost had a couple of 2-on-1s. You got to be careful when that happens.
Did you like the way your team was able to be contained in a 0-0 game?
Yeah, sometimes these games it tests your fortitude in the sense it's okay. It's 0-0, and I felt that first maybe a couple of lines were getting frustrated because they were getting some chance, wasn't scoring, but we weren't driving to the net. A lot of it was outside stuff, and I think when you play, the Sharks, they've changed. Obviously they played well the last 2-3 weeks. They've changed some stuff. They pack it in. Thought their goalie played well tonight too. So you can't get frustrated. And you can't, sell the farm on every play. So sometimes it's good to have those games where it's 0-0 halfway through the game, and it's okay. I mean, that's something we got to keep, learning.
What were your thoughts on the Niels Höglander match penalty, the review, how it went down, and sort of how it pertains to what you want to see from him, both tonight and going forward?
Yeah, Steve Kazar, he's a great ref. He just told me I think it was a slew foot. I think that's why the major comes in. I honestly, I think I maybe saw it maybe twice quickly on our monitor. I haven't seen it in the main room yet. Slew foots are tough. I didn't see it, so I can't judge Hoggy on the slew foot yet. But yeah, you don't want slew foots in the league. They are dangerous. But I don't know. I didn't see it, to be honest with you.
Was there any hesitation on the goaltender interference challenge?
Well, Dylan and Greg, our video guys, are great. I saw it a couple of times, and I got to give them credit. They put goal interference, and I went with them. I mean, I'm going to go with them every time. If you ask some people, it's a tough one. But I think when the guy dragged his leg a little bit, I think that was kind of the selling point. I think obviously, but I'm biased, right? I thought it was, I don't know what they're saying, but obviously.
With 2 minutes left in a 2-goal game, you have JT Miller, one of your leading scorers, diving across the ice to block a shot. What does it say about the buy-in that you're getting from your team that you see a leader on your team doing that?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Millsy's, he drives the play. When we're playing a little bit slow or we're not on the game, he demands the puck by going to areas. That's what I'm trying to get a lot of our players understand. You have to drive to whatever area to demand the puck. If you don't get it, at least you're getting on the forecheck. And sometimes we're getting guys are playing a little bit slow out there. And that's why Millsy's so important to our team is he drives the play with his attitude and his north style. It's infectious.
The Hughes and Hronek pairing, I think it sounds like they're getting more vocal as this is going on. Are you seeing something similar like that? And how does that help them if they
vocal on the ice or
vocal just with each other, I guess?
Oh yeah, I mean even the meetings. Yeah, they're Phil's a pretty quiet guy when he first got here, but he's really he's a leader now. Like I had a leadership meeting the other day and he was in it. He's a very vocal in the sense his own way. Quiet, but he does say some stuff now, which I really like. He's taken that leadership role. He should. I mean, he's a big part of our team.
And with Tyler Myers, he said that his game's calmed down quite a bit over the last little bit. What is calming down in his game that you're liking?
I mean, every says simple hockey. I think since the Nashville game, how many games ago when we were there? What was that? 10 games. I mean, he's been one of our best defensemen. Just the way we want him to play, the way our system is, he's playing it, and he's embracing it. He's not getting in trouble. He knows he's making the right play. He's making the first pass to the right guy all the time. His indirects are great. And he's actually doing some really stuff good on the blue line. So, and the penalty kill, I mean, tough break, but he blocked that shot. Yeah, he's been really good, really, really good. I'm proud of him. I just like the way he came out. You know, he wasn't as good for that national, and he admitted it, and he just reset, and he's been great. It's been great.
Are you seeing a little bit more offense? Because it feels like there's some confidence there and a little bit more offense coming from that.
Yeah, he's got offense. You know, he's got offense. He's got to, he's got to understand. You know, we don't want him to lead the rush. We want him to be the fourth in the rush, and I think he's been doing a really good job at that, being the fourth guy in the rush instead of leading the rush.
Coach Quinn has told us since he got to the NHL that he was going to be better, at 20 games, and he was at 10. He'll be better at 40, and he still thinks his peak is years from now. But are you seeing a guy who's getting better? It almost seems like by the week that he's getting better.
It's funny because when I just got here, he was telling me that he's either hurt or something about training camp. He hasn't had a good start for. I think he was hurt a couple of years, and for whatever reason, I remember this summer he said, I have to have a good training camp and a good start. And obviously he's parlayed into that. I mean, he's been, obviously, his walking the blue line, I mean, he's in the Cal McCarr category now. I mean, I never saw a guy like McCarr who walks that blue, outstanding, and you got to throw Huggy in there. The way he walks that blue end is incredible. I was a winger. It's tough when you go out there. You don't know what he's going to do. It's hard. And then the shot, obviously, he's developed that shot. I mean, he's got a laser now.
That third goal that was generated with Hronek and Hughes, and Miller ends up getting the goal. Do they have the ability just to elevate at certain times and certain shifts and just, almost will a goal?
Yeah. Their chemistry is really, and they'll tell you they could even get better. But the chemistry they have, the way they can walk a blue line, the way they can, feed those pucks through the net. Actually, sometimes they'll even tell you they should probably shoot a little bit earlier. Sometimes they're actually. Sometimes I get dizzy watching them, the way they're just whipping around. But they're and they just enjoy playing with each other, and. Sometimes we split them up for some reasons, depth reasons, but they've been terrific. I mean, every line would like to play with them, obviously.
Coach, there's a school of thought saying American Thanksgiving, 20 games in, you know what you got. Pretty much feel you know what you got with this team right now?
So far?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think we worked on some stuff yesterday. We weren't happy with our play without the puck. I thought we were better tonight. San Jose had some moments, but I thought we were better at that. I thought our wingers were better at snapping into their D in the neutral zone. Case in point was the goal. Was it Lafferty's goal? It was Lafferty, right? Was that the goal? Through the neutral zone, he snaps up, takes the puck from a guy. Olivier makes a nice play. That's the stuff we got to get better at. And we talked about that, and we got a goal from it. So the one thing I could say since Thanksgiving is that they've taken the not the criticism, but some of the things that we haven't been as well, and then applied it to the next game.
Big picture, you happy with the way this team resets and refocuses thus far in the season?
Yeah. I get good leadership, a lot of credit, but there's so many games left. There's going to be some ups and downs, and we got to deal with some adversity too. And I thought last couple of games were just okay, and whether it's adversity, I felt guys had a good effort tonight against a team that works hard. I mean, everybody's expecting like 5 goals. It's not that type of game. These guys are good NHL players over there too, so it's a hard game.
What did you make of your third and fourth lines? You talk a lot about your bottom 6 mix, and they were good early, they were good often, and they really seemed to carry the tempo there.
Yeah, I thought Josh Dakota, Dakota's DJ's probably is one of his best games. Like, he's been playing really, just chipping away at his game. I thought he was really good tonight. Like, he was one of the players, especially early. Thought he was one of our better forwards. Laugh getting that goal. I thought Olivier, I threw him up on the line with Millsy. I thought that really energized him. But I thought he was pretty good before that. Got a bunch of chances. I know he's snake bitten right now, and I don't want him to get frustrated, but he had some chances. So when you get those depth guys, I thought Teddy Bluger was good tonight too. So that line was good.
Special night with some Royals in the building as well.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah. I gave him a fist bump. I don't know if that's you're allowed to do that. I did it though. He did it. I don't know. He kind of looked at me, but he did it. So, pretty cool to get a fist bump from, right?